Wrong colors. Wrong colors. I'm almost there for Steelers colors. Almost there. There you go. Yes, sir. Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. If you're watching this after, leave down below your thoughts and everything about the game. But the Steelers go out there and get a big-time victory. A domination on defense over the Colts. Now, I know game preview, I was saying, hey, the Steelers got to find a way to stop the run, and you have to find a way to win this game. You could not go out there and lose this game. Right here was a big-time matchup against the Colts. Everybody, no one picked us. No one picked us. I didn't even pick us in that one thing. But I was like, you got to find a way to win. And the Steelers found a way to win, found a way to make things happen. And then now you're looking at, of course, a victory. Now you're sitting at 5-3. Had a 2-game losing streak. Hey, you find a way to bounce back. You find a way to get things done. And that's how you do things. That's how you do it. Big time win. Put the lightsaber up. Big time win for the Steelers. Big time win. In this game right here, you see the Steelers just, the main thing, of course, in this game was them stopping the run. They was engaged on, of course, Jonathan Taylor. It was getting after him constantly. They stayed on them. They stayed persistent. They stayed there, and they were just finding a way to just make it hard for him. And once you take him out the game, you're able to let, of course, Daniel Jones drop back. We know Daniel Jones was playing good football, of course, this season. But when you get pressure to anybody, they make some mistakes. And when he made mistakes, the Steelers did capitalize off those mistakes. You look at, let me put a yardage up, actually. Some of the yardage of the game, the Steelers really offensively didn't do nothing crazy in this game in terms of like yardage and stuff, but they capitalized off of the turnover, which is the main thing. One thing that we struggled off doing last season. So this game right here, the Steelers did get, of course, what is stats at? Team stats. Had 225 yards of total offense, which is not nothing spectacular to write home about. But and the Colts had 368 yards. A lot of that still came in garbage time at the end of the game, of course. But they also had the rushing yards. That's the main thing to look at. Steelers only allowed 55 rushing yards to the Colts. 55 rushing yards. Jonathan Taylor got clamped up in this game. The Steelers pride themselves in stopping the run. They did last week against Josh Jacobs, but in the second half, they started to mess things up. The secondary wasn't getting pressure in, and Jordan Love teed off on us and started messing us up. But this week, they stayed with it. They stopped the run, held Jonathan Taylor to only, I think he only had about, 30 yards, 30 rushing yards. And Jonathan Taylor had 45 rushing yards, so 14 carries. So the Steelers held him to that. 0 touchdowns, 0 anything. He was coming in the game scoring 2 touchdowns and having over 100+ yards a game. Steelers held him to only 45 rushing yards and hold the team to 55 rushing yards. And when you do that, you can have success. And then on fourth down, the Colts was 5-5 on fourth down, which is crazy to say. Steelers was 4 for 12 on third down, which is crazy too, but still found a way to win the game. You have the third down conversion for the Colts, 6 for 14, not too bad. But the Steelers made plays by getting turnovers. The Steelers got 5 sacks, and they also had some strip sacks, 3 strip sacks, right, in that game. And then interception as well, 3 interceptions thrown. JPJ got him an interception. We've seen Herbig, not Herbig, Peyton Wilson bobble up in the air. Jack Sawyer getting an interception. And you also see Peyton Wilson getting an interception himself. And then also looking at the strip sack by TJ Watt, by Alex Highsmith, all those guys getting in there just making plays like that. And when you have that happening, it's very hard to win, of course, on the Colts side of things. And when you have that happening on your side, it's very hard to lose like that. You're going to find a way to win that game. And the Steelers didn't have the time possession battle. They didn't win that battle. They had way less yards than the Colts, but still found a way to win. Only had 38 rushing yards this game, too, which is crazy because they was running the ball a lot with Jalen Warren like they should have run the ball. But only had 38 rushing yards this game. Only had 187 passing yards as a team and a total of 225 yards, but still found a way to win, and you won by defense. You won by getting out there and letting the defense feast. What's up, Gene? Yeah, eating. Yeah, the defense was eating. They go out there, it was feasting. It was getting play after play. I mean, that's what happened. You get pressure in. One thing we kept saying about the Steelers, they would stop playing, they stopped blitzing in, they stopped sending pressure in from our linebackers and from different spots, of course, around. Because the Packers, they didn't try to send any type of pressure in. They was kind of just being contempt and just letting the things happen. This game, they made some adjustments. Coach Tomlin mentioned it. Terrell Austin, even though he hasn't had a good tenure, he mentioned it and said that, hey, we're going to make some adjustments this game. We've seen different lineups out there. We've seen Herbig out there with Sawyer. We've seen Herbig, Wyatt, and Highsmith out there before. We've seen Highsmith and Herbig. We've seen all different combinations mixing it up. We've seen Patrick Queen blitzing in. We also seen, of course, guys like Peyton Wilson blitzing in off the edge. Brandon Echols blitzing in. All different looks. You made it very difficult. So they had to drop back and throw the football. You didn't want Jonathan Taylor to get the ball going on the ground where he started getting yards and they opened up so much more for the offense, you stayed with it. Early on in the game, you allowed some plays. You allowed 13-yard reception to Alex Pierce, Darius Slay still getting cooked, but you did make enough plays, of course, up front. And when your front seven is good, it helps the secondary, the back end. Our secondary is not good, of course, we know that. We know we only got really JPJ and Ramsey, really. And then sometimes you might have Brandon Echols make a play here and there. Darius Slay gets cooked and stuff. And our safety position right now, a little shaky and stuff. But when you can get pressure up front, it helps your secondary out a lot like that. They're able to play better and stuff. And we've seen that in this game. He said, yeah, your yards have to catch. Yeah, the tight ends was getting a lot of that. And yes, Keanu Benton was a big factor too. Up the gut, up the middle. Like he had, I think, he had 2 sacks in this game, right? 1 or 2 sacks in this game. But he had a lot of pressure up the middle. And that right there, getting pressure up that gut, up the middle. Cam Hayward, another guy too, moving around the line as well, disrupting things and stuff. That right there does help you a lot, of course, defensively. And we've seen a lot of that happen. And of course, you got a victory. And they break down these player stats a little bit. Everything. I'll pull this back up right here. That was a nice win right there. That was a nice win. That was a statement win. We're like, that's what you needed right there. Because people was doubting you. They were saying all type of things, of course, about your team. And you know, you're like, we need to win this game right here. Win this game. Let me pull the stats up. Okay, player stats. For the Colts, as you guys know, Daniel Jones had 342 yards, but threw 3 interceptions in the game. I told you could take the boy out the hood, but could hit the hood at the homie. You take him out of the Giants, but the Giant blood is still in him. He turned the ball over. It triggered tonight. Turned the ball over 3 times in this. Well, actually, more than 3 times in this game. He hit some fumbles too, as well. Turned the ball over like that. Jonathan Taylor got held to 45 rushing yards in this game. Alec Pierce did had 115 yards, and Michael Pittman had 115 yards. They both had 100-yard receivers, but most of that came in the garbage time at the end. And then Josh Downs had a touchdown, of course. And the Steelers only, I think Aaron Rodgers got sacked, I think, twice in this game. By the same person, I think, as well. I think he got sacked twice in this game, or 3 times, maybe 3 times in this game. Yeah, then you look at the Steelers on course side of things. I'm talking that shit. Hey, deservedly so, of course. You got to. Unlike the Steelers had a statement win to go out there and dominate. Of course, the score might be looking better in the end, but the game was over at 27-10. Steelers went out there, dominated. They got like 6 turnovers in the game, and they just played relentless like that. That was big time. Everyone swore the Colts was going to whoop that. Yep. I think because in my game preview, I was like, all you got to do is just stop the run is the main thing and get pressure. If you can find a way to do that and keep the game close, you can find a way to win like that. Keep mistake-free as well. And they played mistake-free. They had 1 turnover in the end on Wilson trying to make a play. But that right there, you know, he'll learn from that. He's a rookie. Well, not a rookie. Well, basically a rookie season for him because he didn't play last year too much at all. He was injured. But that right there was nice for the Steelers to get that victory, getting pressure in and stuff and just making plays. That was good to see. Well, thanks, Gene. Today was a good day. Yep. Today was a good day. Just waking up in the morning. Gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seemed kind of odd. And today was a good day for us, for sure. He said I had the Colts. Now, my game picks, I picked the Colts in terms of taking my fandom out of it. I said, if you're a fan and you was betting, you probably pick the Colts to win this game. But I said, I'm holding out hope. As a fan, I'm picking the Steelers every game like that. But the Steelers went out there and got it done. Because I was like, nah, they're not coming to Ackershire with that silly shit. Yeah, Morgan. They was trying to come in here with. They went for a 4. They disrespected us a lot in that game too. A lot of disrespect because they went for a 4th down a lot. They got all of them too. But they went for a 4th and 3. It was 4th and 2, 4th and 1. They were like, I'm gonna go for it. We deep in our own territory. We're going for it. They even got a punt conversion on us deep in their own territory. So they was kind of showing you like how they think about your team. And they came out the game trying to be pass happy a little bit as well, trying to throw the ball down the field, push the ball down the field a lot, and not respecting the Steelers' pressure up front. And the Steelers got there, and it started from T.J. Watt making that big time strip sack. That play right there turned the tide to the game, getting that strip sack, and the Steelers scored touchdowns off of each of those turnovers they got in the key part of the game. You get the turnover by T.J. Watt, Peyton Wilson as well. You score on it like that. That's how you do things up there, of course. He said the Bungles go, yeah, the Bengals, those sorry little Tigers, they got beat badly. At one point the game was like 48-20 something. Let me see. What's the score of that game? What was the score of that game? What was the score of that game? Oh, it's 47-42. They came back a little bit, I guess. But that right there is crazy. Allowing 47 points is crazy. Damn. The Bears put some points up. But back to the Steelers stats. Let me get the stats. Rodgers, 23 passing yards, passing touchdown. You know, not the best game in the world, but not the bad game either. Play solid. And this is what we need him to do. I don't know, every game, not gonna go out there and be Superman. He ain't gonna be a superhero every game and go out there and go crazy. But you play and you move the ball, you move the sticks, and make the right decisions. That's good. Jalen Warren had 2 rushing touchdowns today on 31 yards. We see Calvin Austin led the receivers. He had 56 yards. DK Calf only had 2 catches of 6 yards, which is crazy. He had some drops in this game too. I want to see him get utilized a lot more, of course. He got to start catching and making plays too as well. Pat Fryermuth scored another touchdown in this game as well. Had a touchdown, 27 yards. Darnell Washington, 4 for 43. And then defense, that's the main part of this game. I do my game MVPs today. For my top players of the game, defense going to be the main focal point of the list. Because you had interception by Peyton Wilson. He had 9 tackles as well. Joey Porter Jr., interception, and a sack, and a tackle as well. You look at Keanu Bennett. He had a sack as well, a few tackles as well. TJ Watt, a sack and a forced fumble and a fumble recovery. A strip sack he had. Jack Sawyer, interception as well. Alex Highsmith, strip sack and a sack as well. Like that, 2 sacks total for him. The defense has played phenomenal like that. So spoiler alert, my MVP list is going to be all defense. Because defense played phenomenal in that game right there. You get that right there happening. And Joey Porter Jr. finally took the ball away. And one thing, like, I know he's a good player. He plays good coverage. But one thing I always have, like, against him, I'm like, you have to take the ball away sometimes. You have to take the ball away, find a way to get an interception. And today, he got an interception when Steelers need the most. As well, at the end of the game, to go ahead and steal the game away. That was nice to see. That was good right there. That was good. And when you win, not really too much to talk about after the win. I guess so now we can just have fun. Like that. You know, look at the AFC North race right now. You got, of course, the Steelers at the top spot. The Bengals about to lose this game right here, so they're going to drop down most likely in the AFC North. Yeah, Bengals going to drop down to the AFC North. Losing this game right here, you're going to drop down to 3-6. When you lose this game to the Bears, you'll drop to 3-6. And then after this, after you lose this game, you say I think the Bears got to punt the ball back to the Bengals. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm only seeing it from the little feed thing. So most likely they're going to lose. There's only a few seconds left. They need a touchdown as well. So you lose this game right here, you're going to drop down to 3-6. And then the Ravens going to be in that 3-5 spot right now. And we still have a 2-game lead over the other guys as well. And the Browns are out of it. The Browns been out of it. They've been out of it when the season started. The Browns was out of it. Like that. So the Browns are out of it right now. So Steelers still have a good lead on the division. You broke your 2-game losing streak. You're a little slump. Now next week you got to match up with the Chargers, right? If I'm not mistaken. Our next game is the Chargers. Let me make sure I get everything correct. I think it's Chargers and Bengals, right? Yeah, Chargers and Bengals. So you got Chargers. Oh, that's Sunday Night Football. Another primetime game. Yeah, a lot of primetime games, which is good. Steelers play Chargers, of course, on Sunday Night Football. This will be an interesting game. We're going to be on the road. We got to find a way to win that game, of course. And then, after that, Bengals again. The Bengals, the Bengals defense, you can score on their defense. It's like we need to make sure our defense lock things up, of course. And then you got the Bears, and then you got the Bills, Ravens, Dolphins. You can have some games, of course. Those some games are tough, but a lot of these teams are beatable. You can beat the Bengals. You can beat the Chargers. The Bears, you can beat the Bears. The Bills, it's going to be a tough one. We've seen the Bills did lose to the Falcons, of course. They lost to the Patriots. Lost a few games, of course. Ravens, you can beat them. Dolphins, you can definitely beat them. Lions as well. Lions lost a game to the Vikings. Jay McCarthy was injured, came back, went out there, handled business, beat the Lions. The Browns, you definitely can't worry about that game. It's the Browns. And then the Ravens, you can definitely beat them again. So, it's some games you can definitely find a way on this stretch. How many games is left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you got 8, 9. 9 games left. And you can find a way to go 6-3 over that course. When you finish 11-6, or you find a way, or even better. Be great. And worst case scenario, you'd be like, okay, we go 5-4. Over that, you finish at 10-7. But I think 11-6 is definitely possible. You can definitely go 6-3 over this course. Of course, you're not gonna play perfect every game, but if you can win some of those AFC matchups and stuff, and most of your losses only come maybe the NFC one against the Lions or something like that. It might be a tough one around there because the offense is good, but you can definitely win a lot of these games and try to find a way to finish 11-6 around that range and be winning the division, of course, as well. Especially when you play the Ravens. If you play the Ravens in like 3 weeks, I think 3 or 4. No, not 3 weeks. Play the Ravens in 5 weeks, like that. So you want to make sure you're at least up to par. So that was a big time win for the Steelers for the conference seed, and also just in general, like to get yourself back on the track, because after losing those back-to-back games, the teammates start losing faith. You don't want to lose the locker room. When people stop believing into the team, and the players stop buying into what you're saying, You want to make sure they believe that they know they can be this special. Like this right here, you see what happened right here? You can be special like this every week. You gotta go out there and put in the work and show the effort and play physical every game. You can't just show up one game and I show this game like that and just think by your name on the back of your jersey or by wearing the colors, you're gonna go out there and win. You gotta go out there and play. And today they played it. Played well. Went out there and handled business, of course. And got the victory. So hey, sitting at 5-3 with the victory. That's basically all I got for the video right here. I think the video was only like what, 15 minutes so far. I can stretch it to 20 minutes maybe. But that's all I got really for the video right here. I have my game EPs coming on later. And I'm going to be live probably on this channel tomorrow. Because I haven't been live in a real video in a while. Besides doing a post-game show. I'm going to be live on this channel tomorrow to discuss some stuff about this big win right here. And discuss some stuff because the trade deadline is coming up. So I'm going to be live talking about trade deadline stuff. And talking about what moves the Steelers might make, of course, ahead of the trade deadline. And also, you know, just having fun. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow. But I thank you guys for tuning in, of course, for this. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on a live stream discussing the trade deadline and discussing, of course, this a little bit of the top moments for this win and some other news, of course, as well. I don't think we had any injuries in this game. I think Darius Slay came out a few times in the game with injury, but I think overall we left kind of healthy and unscathed a little bit in this game. So yeah, I'm gonna have an AFC North race too tomorrow too. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be a regular video separate from the live stream. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace out. Like, damn, that's not good for my